I can make titles now! Ah, welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Let's Play Sacred for the Personal Computer. As always, I am your host with the least, Bezlonir. Huzzah! I'm so awesome, I can hardly stand it, which is why I sit down to pee. I guess. You know, oh hey, look, another magical hiding place. Those wolves, I don't know why, but they have some, like, I would say, needlessly complex, name. So this is actually, right here, this is the starting area of the vampire. And this is where it gets a little difficult for me to remember, what I did in this LP already, and what I... Hey, look, it's another magical hiding place up there. It's kind of like a guaranteed loot chest. I haven't noticed that the loot is any better, per se, there. But as you can see, I won't do that zoom too much. It'll probably, like, hurt your eyes or something. You see this is, hey, my unicorn didn't want to come upstairs with me? I think I have my unicorn out. But you can see, like, caskets and stuff, so that's all the vampire deal, you know? Yeah, well, my unicorn want to come upstairs. Wasn't it, oh boy. Okay, I'm thinking it was Braveheart. There was a scene where somebody, like, bam, they just, like, rode a horse up the stairs, and they're like, I'm kicking your ass, buddy. One time I told somebody I was gonna beat them up, and they kicked me in the face and broke my glasses, and my nose bled, and I started crying. Because I'm hardcore like that, you know. The first time I came through this area, I was like, how do you get in this, like, graveyard thing? Because I couldn't see, like, you know. So the thing about these is that you can open these graves, and some of them have, bad guys in them. And the cool thing about that, other than fighting something that's kind of cool, is that you can fight undead. I sound really patronizing right now. You can fight undead. I'm a patronizing grandpa. And undead often drop these skeleton skulls that I think I pointed out in my inventory before. So they act like really good gems, at least in the early game. I don't know much about the game later on, but in the early offing, they are pretty good for your looks like he poisoned me. I have been poisoned. What happened to my train of thought? In the early game, they're pretty good for your gems, or your slots for the thing. So yeah, they'll come back. You'll know when they really die. My unicorn's gonna bring him up. He's still not dead. It's only a flesh wound. There we go. Now he's dead. He's only mostly dead. I don't think that was the right accent at all for that, but you know. That was a Princess Bride reference. Like, I'm, like, spotting my references now. Telling you what they are. It's not a very good reference if you have to, like, explain it. This is a good one here. This is a good, grave to rob. Yeah. Bam. These guys are a little tough, though. If you're, you know. I didn't really need that skill, but it's all good. Is he all the way dead or only mostly dead? I kind of like the, ah, man, I'm all verklempt. I zoomed in there because it was just kind of a funky area. I think I zoomed in on purpose. I could be wrong. If in doubt, just say you did it on purpose, right? I want to see something. I could never understand what this green bar is for. Okay, so that's your XP to level. I guess it just seemed like I never noticed any like direct correlation between my. It's like, didn't I just get 4 XP? Like that wouldn't even register on that thing because I need like 4,000 or something. So I don't know. I think I saw a little sparkly from a magical hiding place down here, so I'm gonna go check that out. I think if I can. It can be a little hard to like find your way through these weird little forest things around here. Oh, okay. I was wondering because I just pressed A. I was wondering if she would automatically go find her way over to this loot. So I like the fact that you can press A and it will pick up all your stuff. What I don't like, I just think it's kind of an inferior system. Because if you, like, I was thinking about all the, like, complicated code work that must have gone into making that, and how much it probably makes the computer do, you know, just pathfinding and all sorts of stuff. And that's, like, as opposed to just, you know, telling the game to, like, automatically pick up everything within a certain area, which is, like, what, Sacred 2 actually does. Or you have like what Diablo 3 does. It just automatically picks up. It always automatically picked up gold, and now it automatically picks up health potions as well. I mean, it's not necessarily fair to compare games that were made 10 years apart because obviously there's a lot of innovation in between. That's one of the things you just do as a programmer. Is you just like. You kind of just borrow ideas and chunks of code and stuff. Now, I don't mean to say that's all you do, but, I mean, that's sort of how it works. I mean, you don't... If everybody had to make everything from scratch every time that they programmed, then we'd all be playing, like, the original wizardry every time, if that. So, I mean, that's one of those things. That's kind of like... I mean, that's how... software technology works. It sort of just builds on itself and everything from generation to generation, like, I don't know, some sort of massive virtual Lego set, I guess. So I thought this might be kind of weird. I don't remember if I did this before or not, but going through a dungeon in this zoom is... I'll just zoom in. Because, I mean, I'm not going to get my advantage. You know what, this isn't really that... We're not on that bad of a difficulty, so I'm just gonna zoom in for this dungeon because it's just too weird, isn't it? It's like... The thing about a dungeon is they pack in more detail, right, per area. At least you would imagine. Than an outdoor area. And if I was to say that I had a general gripe about this game... And I'm just checking on the time. It's that, I kind of wish there was more dungeons. Maybe some, like, procedurally generated random dungeons. And less outdoor area. Because there's, like, a ridiculous amount of outdoor area. And there really isn't a whole lot going on there in some of that outdoor area.
Sliceable.
I'm just taking a drink of coffee. These guys were a lot harder in silver mode. I died. I don't know. Sometimes I would die to regular NPCs, especially if they use like two-handed weapons and hit really hard, or if I encountered 2 or 3 of them. A lot of times I died when there was multiple enemies in silver mode. With this wood elf, with my vampire, I did not die very often, but I wasn't doing an LP for that. but the vampire is what led me into a false sense of confidence that made me think that I could do the wood elf in silver. And I will be able to, I think, but only after doing some leveling and getting some gear in this difficulty. So I'm going to zoom out for this room, because this room is a BI. They just throw a boss at you with, like, he has like 2 or 3 ads with him, so he's a little difficult. I even had a little bit of trouble with him on my vampire when I originally played. I've did a little research even, and the vampire isn't even necessarily the easiest character, is not considered, but
leader here, leader there, you've got no chance.
So you can see how hard that must have been when I was in silver, because I mean that guy took a little bit of doing to kill. So that gives me some treasure. They really like giving me recuperation skill. God, I'm not even using it lately. I was using it a lot on silver because I took a lot of damage. So it was like a free potion in between battles and stuff. And I think you could use it outside of battles too, but getting it to activate was kind of weird. It's another gripe that I have with this game, is that they don't use hotkeys and stuff for things like that, because it would be a lot easier and less awkward. How terrible was it that that guy didn't aggro on me? I was like standing right next to him. He's like, I don't see you. I have blinders on. I think he was playing his Game Boy. He's like, man, I'm almost done with this level. Go away, man. I'm trying to beat this, man. Almost got this Pokemon. It'd be hard for me to make a Pokemon joke because I've barely ever played Pokemon games. I don't have anything against them. I just never happened to play them and get into them. So, as far as I'm concerned, they're just sort of a monster capturing game, which is a genre that I enjoy, but the brand identity adds no additional appeal for me. I've played Dragon Warrior Monsters, which I enjoyed.
Using the everlasting power of the forest, I shall easily
so that guy's
overcome
also kind of
foes like you.
He killed me a couple times before. All these skills that I haven't really been able to use because I don't know, they're just not part of my plan. What the heck is a Dark Elf statue? I don't remember ever seeing that before. What is that? Icons. Oh, yeah, I can't finish that one. That's from the Icons album. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what icons are or what they're supposed to do in this game. What is this? Oh. When did that happen? I never noticed this thing before, so I can't use that or what? It's like there's a... But what does it do? I'm beginning to feel like there's some more... That's a really cool looking weapon. I'm starting to feel like there's some more research I need to do here, but I don't know. Nameless Holy Armor. That kind of sounds like it should be like really awesome, but I don't know, 56 to 70. It's probably technically better than this, but I imagine if I put it on, it would, well, dang it. See, this is another annoying thing. This is the same size as the weapon I was using, so why, when I... I think I'm going to keep... I might put that in my stash. I don't know. Not like I really need to. But the one that I'm using at the moment has a better attack rating. So that's... means I won't miss as much. And that's another... I guess it's a gripe, really, that I have with this game. And I find... two-hit mechanics to be kind of outdated. It's really more suited for the pen and paper era of gaming, because that was basically the only mechanic that they had to sort of simulate the idea of combat in the environment that they had, the pen and paper environment, which is totally different from a video game environment where you can represent things visually and you have what is that called? Collision detection and things like that. So, I mean, you have collision detection, you have the ability to aim skills and things like that, so you don't really need THACO or hit-miss mechanics. I mean, I myself did an LP of Dungeons & Dragons Pool of Radiance, which is a really old school game, and a lot of my fights just consisted of my character and the enemy missing repeatedly, which at the time I don't think it bothered people as much, because just the idea of a video game, role-playing video game, was pretty novel and cool. So I think we all had a lot more forgiveness for things that were maybe a little tedious, and there was a lot of tedium in that game. Just like returning your party to max health was a chore. So I'm gonna take a break from drinking my coffee. Dang it! So I can sell some stuff. I don't think we need either of these. Just keep the best shield, because I'm gonna give it to an NPC. We're not gonna use two-handed weapons. I don't think that's gonna be as good as that. Nah. I'm gonna hold on to this because I don't know what that does. I'm gonna put that in my stash. Learn. Oh, I just drank a potion. Those blue potions, all they do basically is... So we got, oh, this is much better. We can use this when we're level 9. So the blue potions increase your experience gain. So that's, I guess, theoretically, that's good to use when you're about to fight a strong enemy or something like that. But, I mean, personally, I don't know. I just haven't gotten used to it. Like, I've been playing in game modes that are so easy, and not a whole lot of mobs give a ton of experience. Because I'm so low in level, I haven't needed that much XP to go up in level. Once we get to the skill guy, we'll clear up a lot of this inventory. I guess I'll check to see if there's anything better here. Any armor for slots that we don't have, like a belt, would be nice. I don't really need the plus strength. And he's just showing me armor that I just, like, gave to him. Well, I didn't give it to him. I charged him for it, but still, you know. If you wanna play, you gotta pay. I gotta pay. You know what I mean? What is that, 1,000 gold? How do we... Okay, yeah. So we have reached the point in the game where, at least for a while, we're probably gonna have, like, plenty of gold. Okay, let me think of go to that portal and then go over there. Okay. There's gonna be a couple of quests that we pick up, and that's gonna lead to some backtracking. But, yeah, these side quests are optional. But when you complete all the quests in an area, it's supposed to... I don't know, my frame rate's off or something? It feels jumpy all of a sudden. But, it's supposed to make that area peaceful. And that makes it sound like it's supposed to be... make it to where there's no more random encounters or something, but that hasn't been my experience of it. Because there's the big area that we'll be coming to probably in a few videos, and it's just enormous, it's ridiculously enormous because there really isn't much, there's not that much going on there. And I have a feeling that's just my first taste of that. But, you know, I did all the quests there, made it peaceful, but I still kept getting into random fights and stuff. The thing is, I don't know, it's like, what's better? Like, to tell the truth, I really just want to, like, run through there, because it's so big, and I just want to get from one end to the other. After a point, you just want to pass by, right?
I'll gladly take the job on.
But at the same time, I guess if there weren't random encounters, it would just, like, further point out how totally empty and pointless the thing
Be brave.
is. Be brave. What are we getting, a shot? I keep wanting to, like, remember lyrics or something and, like, quote lyrics, but that's not happening. So we got a quest to retrieve somebody's stupid sister. So that's pretty easy. It's like right here. So we just pick her up, run her on back. Bada bing, bada boom. You know? Hey, pasta with marinara. Hey, I'm walking here. Or something. You'll have to forgive me. I mean, I've been to New York, but for me to say that, yeah. I already had a belt. But this one is not exactly better. Okay. I did not even realize I have a belt. That's because it automatically equips stuff when you get it. Didn't I just get something from her that was, like, blue? It's been pretty small, 3 to 5 damage. It's not really better than anything I have. Unless it's got some extra stuff on it, which it should, because I don't need mental generation. Mental regeneration. Is that worth something? Yeah, we'll just sell the more expensive ring. I don't need mental regeneration. Not really a spellcaster. Not going to be doing any spellcastery things. There are some spells and stuff that count like that, but see, this is like a cave here. The map says there's a cave there. I've never been able to figure out how to get down there. It's like there's supposed to be something going on here, but you can get up over there, you can get up over here, just on the stairs of this little coliseum, but I see no way to get by. So this is the backtracking. There's supposed to be a war bear. He's all the way over there. In the meantime, I guess I will go over and complete this messenger quest, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on over there. It's a whole new quest area. I think once you pass by this area, it will be, oh look, goblins, great.
And now I'm going to show you what happens when you hit a lady.
Oh, do tell. I hope you're not tired of goblins, because we're going to be seeing a lot of goblins. What? We got a quest to kill. Like, I remember a quest to kill goblin shamans, but I didn't think we had got it yet.
And now I'm going to show you what happens when you hit a lady.
Okay. I guess I'm going to be hearing that a lot, aren't I? Oh, man. You know, I gotta go to work in a few minutes, and I really don't want to. I just want to crawl into bed and just be warm all night long and have visions of sugar plums. But
on the other side of the bridge.
I'll tell you what, you never appreciate
This
freedom
place
quite the
stinks
same
of death and decay.
as
The
when
smell of a city.
you have to, like, go to work. Then you're like, oh man, for just 5 minutes to just hang out and
You
do
can be
nothing,
sure you'll not have to
I
wait
would-
long for this job to be completed.
You know, I would do anything.
I'll gladly take the job on.
I would do anything for blood. I'll gladly take the job on. Doesn't matter if it involves hands or
I'll gladly take the job
blowing things. It's all the same to me, right? This That was a lot funnier the first time I made that quasi joke in my previous LP of this. Did he say cook's great? You ain't eating me, son?
You have failed as a leader, and now you must go the way of all mortals.
Wow.
Hey!
How about some combo action? Whoa, this is a lot of mobs right here. Good thing this is bronze, or we'd be dying. Oh, and do you think I died to this guy? Yeah, I died to him. Many times. Many times. Alright. Yeah, it's about time to conclude this play session. Got a couple of minutes, that's about it. So, we just completed the quest that will unlock our ability to convert runes. So that's always fun. Oh, it also unlocks the ability to make combos, which is what this is. I think I may have mentioned that, but I didn't exactly explain it. Of course, explaining it would be a little bit difficult to do because I didn't really understand it before, and I only just barely sort of got into it myself. I just made like one combo. Let me see something here. Combat arts, my multi-hit. What does the next? It increases the regeneration. Okay, it increases the damage, which is hard to see because the damage starts off as a negative thing. Okay, okay. So that would be a good thing to get. So, yeah, this is the combo thing. So you can make combos on that screen. So on this screen you can do those things. I think it's kind of late in the video, so yeah, I've shown that, I've explained that. I think I'm gonna make some combos off screen. Oh, and I didn't even notice I got my hirelings, so let me see here. Go into my inventory, and I'm gonna get this shield. I'm gonna give it to this guy. He's the guy that actually fights, so that's probably not gonna help him that much, but God, it didn't help him at all. He's still gonna die. He dies every time I do this, man. I swear. This guy just always runs, so I don't think it would help to give him anything. He just runs. He's just the coward of the group. So this damn dark elf statue that I can't do anything with. I don't understand that, but okay. What level are we now? Still level 7. God, you don't get much XP in bronze mode, man. I'm so used to more XP. So I'm gonna go ahead and save then. Not gonna double click because that would involve me loading accidentally. So with that, I will bid you a fond adieu. Thanks for watching. This has been Bezlonir, and yeah, don't shake it more than twice.